Welcome back to BTID, and in this video we are going to set up basic aim down sights. And this is pretty basic setup, right? And because in the end of the course we are going to merge it with cyber LOD's like aim down sights thing that we made. That's because that's pretty much advanced, and this is what we are going to do for the entirety of the course. So for now, let's get started with creating a new property in the base weapon, which would be a visible anywhere and a component basically, which would be the camera component. That this will act as the aim down sights component for the weapon itself. So category components, and the weapon name will be the component name will be aim down sights weapon. New camera component, add include here like this, and you can even forward declare the camera component, but we are not going to do that for now because we will need to work with the camera component a lot of later in the series. So that's why we are including a header. So in downsides added, then we will initialize it with a create default sub object. We will pass the u camera component class, and we will just get the text and make it aim down sights. No, let's make it aim down sights. One sec. Yeah. And then we will attach it to the skeletal mesh because the weapons will not have a static mesh. They will only have a static mesh. So, sorry, they will only have a skeletal mesh. So we will just attach it to the skeletal mesh. Now let's quickly rebuild. One more minor thing that we need to add is we will just get the aim down sights and set the default scale to be 0.3. Set world scale 3D effector 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, and let's compile. You saw that a very big camera appeared on the screen, right? And that's why we had to reduce the size. Let's open this up. Full blueprint editor, yep. And you can 0.3 also looks a big, right? Bit big. So I think we should make it 0.1 so that we can move around it like in real aim down sights camera, not like a real character camera. So let's go and reduce the size of it. So let's make it 0.1, 0.1, 0.1 for all the three, and quickly let's rebuild. Yep, so it's open. So let's go back to our rifle 3 class, and here let's go to the viewport, and yeah, this looks good. So drag it up. Don't worry about the position that much. Just drag the weapon, like drag the aim down sights camera a little bit up. So it looks like an in the position which you want. But don't worry about the exact one. We are going to modify it while playing in the editor so that you can check and modify it and make it better later. Sorry. So let's continue. Yeah, so let's go to our character classes because that's where the aiming as of now happens. And if we find it quickly, let's go here. Let's create a new U function which would be only called on the client because all the camera functionalities happen on the client. So this should be a client functionality. Client. I will restart the editor pretty soon because I don't know why you can see it's bugging a lot today. So client aim player, and that is it. So pass the boolean, create the definition for this, and then let's go down and copy the check here and call the client aim player. Now this should weapon, and we also need to call it here with a false. So the value should be here false deliberately because we also need to make sure if the player is not aiming, then we need him to unaim the camera also. Now let's go down and copy the weapon reference. We are going to copy it from the shoot weapon, and let's add this. So now when we have the equipped weapon, we will also check if the B should aim is true, then only we need the weapon reference of the weapon, or else it's just going back to your own original camera. And then just get the player controller reference using a player controller is equal to cast, and from the get controller you can just cast to the player controller. If the controller reference is valid, Then just get the controller and set view target, and the view target would be the weapon that we are picking it up, or the weapon with which we are aiming, so which would be the weapon reference, and then just end it there. Now if this is a else, that means the should aim is coming to be false. We are just going to get the player controller reference again and set the view target to be self, that is this, that is the character itself. Now this looks good, let's build. So let's pick up the weapon. Yeah, this looks good. Now you can see the bullet inside it, but don't worry, we are going to fix that in a moment. Let's go and open up our character and make sure on the character movement, orient rotation into movement is turned off and the use controller desired rotation is turned on, like in my case, or else you will see some weird results. So let's go and make this a client and run with 2 and just check if this works. Yeah, seems to be working. Now let's quickly set up the weapon's exact position. So make it as client and then go to your weapon and play. Pick up the weapon, right click, and you see how it is inside the camera, right? So on your weapon, just because when you're playing you can move the camera and it will save that location, so just do whatever you feels the best for the camera. And I would say if you have 2 monitors, make it bigger. And yeah, seems to be better than before, right? Oops. Yeah, seems to be working fine, and the line trace is also right. So everything seems well done for this one. So thanks a lot for watching. Meet you in the next one with the series is progressing at a good rate, right? So feeling happy about that. But yeah, meet you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.